Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
Ooh, and too skinny, my best friend and podcast co-host, I leave my boxing possum in a sweater vest.
Dum dum da da, Village Idiom.
Hello and welcome to The Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every week chooses a popular saying to take a shallow but hopefully comedic and even interesting look into its meaning, its usage, its origins, but we're also going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. My name is Jurassic Mark.
Good job. I am Skitty. So good.
So good.
Look at this. I've been losing weight, my friend. Look at this.
You don't even know.
This svelte.
You don't even know
Damn.
how good it is that you wore this lovely Christmas vest. You want to know why?
It was beautiful.
It's
Why?
not Christmas time.
Well,
But listen to this.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I wouldn't be caught dead in a sweater vest.
is that Archer?
Oh, wow. You wore a sweater vest. You never know what little clips I pull up. This is so great.
Why would you dog my sweater vest?
That's today's idiom. Wouldn't be caught dead, blank, fill in the blank. Wouldn't be caught dead doing, seeing, being, wearing.
Well, it's like a hurts. It's a double whammy feeling hurter because like when you're dead, you have no control over what's happening to you. And even when I'm dead, I still wouldn't do that.
Right. But you're alive and wearing a sweater vest just fine.
I do sweater vests. I pull it
I'm
off.
kidding. Obviously, I wouldn't be caught dead in a sweater vest.
You bamboozled me, you jerk.
That's great. That's great.
You made me say it again.
Just so I can play
Just so
the
you
clip
can play
again.
that clip.
You got me to wear this hat, which I don't know. I haven't looked in the mirror yet. Maybe I would wear it, but
You can pull it off. It reminds me of like
I probably should.
men in film. Like
just
the weigh-ins kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. 3 snap Zorro style. So anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
Wouldn't be caught dead.
Wouldn't be caught dead. Okay, what is something that you have found dead?
Well, I know we've brought up
Well, you found the horse.
dead horse.
That's
Yep.
right.
There's and then just livestock on the way to school. Not livestock, like aviation, dead bird situation. Yeah, but that body. I've held a dead body. True story.
Oh.
Yeah, won't get into that.
I've been with someone as they pass.
I've done this. Not like in the take my last breath, but just in the same time frame as the last breath passing. Wow, that got dark really quick, eh?
It's got
Wow,
really serious. And the idiom is not a serious thing. It's
I wouldn't be caught dead. Well, I was so talking about dark things as I'm doing research on it. I came across this phrase that I'm like, okay, I must explore more. Roadkill dress up.
okay.
Where people will keep garage sale type baby clothes in the back of their car, and when they come across roadkill,
Oh my goodness.
will dress up roadkill for the
And then
next
leave it again?
for the next person to find, but dressed up.
No.
Roadkill dress up.
Wow.
So one, you have to be proactively thinking ahead to have baby clothes or whatever in your car, in your trunk space.
Just in case.
Just in case you come across something dead so you can dress it up. Like it's
Yeah.
layered mentalness.
Wow, the only thing, it has nothing to do with anything dead. The only thing I can think of in my own brain is for a while,
You kept clothes in your trunk.
I kept a little bag of rubber duckies. Mm-hmm. And whenever I visited somebody's house, I lifted the tank of their toilet and put a rubber ducky in. You should
That's
check your
great.
toilet. I'm not sure if I ever did your house, but
No, it's not in my house.
But yeah, for a while, and then I did it for long enough that it evolved. I wrote a hashtag on it just to see if anybody, and started doing it in restaurants and stores and things, just to see if they found a rubber ducky in there that said hashtag
It's like
toilet duck or whatever I wrote on.
the
I can't
Willy
remember.
Wonka gold ticket. You found it. Congratulations.
But
You're
yeah, it
invited
was
to
my
the
own,
factory.
like never. This is probably the first time I've talked about it.
I've never heard this story.
Yeah.
That's really
Just
twist.
for a while, I would be like, yeah, can I use your washroom?
Proactively bringing a ducky is pretty good.
But
Proactively dressing up
roadkill,
dead roadkill.
That's next level.
That is next level. And so the article ended, which by the magic of Google, the next related article, as when you start Googling things, I'm sure that the feds or some sort of federal officer type people will be coming to my house, wondering why I'm
Why
looking
your
up
search history is
dead animals. So this school in New Zealand. Now the article was about 6-7 years old. New Zealand, a school, just plain old elementary, dressed dead animals in all their finery for a school contest. This Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, of course, said it was unacceptable and tasteless. But then there's a full
So this is still
photo
roadkill
gallery
situation, or this is
I don't know how they got
taxidermy, or
so think not I don't think it's like full taxidermy, getting rid of like organ eat. I don't know how they do it, but there's like pages of pictures of the kids with like, and this, dead whatever has boxing gloves on it. And it's like a animal with its face all construed and rigor mortis-y with boxing gloves in a pose. And there was they did it like going to the craft fair, except just dead animal taxidermy type situation. And there's pages of pictures of it.
One of my sons has a book. I think it's even called Taxidermy Gone Wrong, and it's just like, the eyes are not right. Like,
Right.
Mostly they're just terrifying.
They would just paste googly eyes on top of the animal's furred eyelid.
Oh my
Googly
goodness.
eyes. Yeah, it was pretty incredible. The boxing one threw me off because the fur had been like ripped off somehow over
The
top
mange.
of its upper body of the animal, and so it looked like a prize fighter because it had just like ripped, like it looked like muscle and skin.
Oh, weird. What animal was it?
I can't remember, but to us it was normal. It was like a normal animal, like it was possum. It was a possum.
Okay.
So us normal, but for them it's an invasive species.
Right.
And so, yeah, they were like, we don't care. These things should like die anyways. In the same way we would get rid of a blackberry bush.
Yeah.
They
I
would.
thought you were going to stop at black bear.
No, those are good. So anyways, yeah, some people are just a little twisted out there.
That's fascinating, actually.
I wouldn't be caught dead being a mortician.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not getting into origins yet, but the definition is there's a couple of ways of using it. So one, you might say, even if I were dead, I wouldn't let someone see me wearing that sweater vest. Like,
this is a thing of beauty,
so it's basically saying,
and I make it look good.
like, oh man, there's such a fine line between these two definitions. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that. In other words, you're not going to see me in this, even if I were dead. This isn't like I would fight it off of me if I were dead. But the flip side of that is I wouldn't be caught dead in that. In other words, I wouldn't do it while I'm living, just in case I died. Like it's something you're embarrassed about.
In case I died, I wouldn't even entertain the thought. Like right now,
Like
if I
think
died
about-
right now, then it would be like, oh, you would be caught dead in this.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even
So
do
you
it.
wouldn't even
as
do
a
it
joke.
just in case.
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have that search history. Period. Just in case.
But if I had to go,
I died and somebody went
put
through
me
it.
in this.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
So and then have a wake.
You remember what I
It's like,
told you? What I want to happen at my funeral?
I thought he said he wouldn't be caught dead in it.
I just came across a video of it was a real funeral, like tears, snot and tears in Ireland. People are all gathered around. They're lowering the casket into the hole, and they pause. And it had been prearranged for a recording to play from the pit.
No.
And it's
like a Halloween-y type thing?
No, it was. They're all standing there. It's silent. The coffin has been lowered. It's quiet.
Let me out of here. Let me out of here.
It was. Hello.
Oh.
Hello, and then you start to hear people go, oh, hey, did I hear somebody laugh? Hey, can you guys even hear me? And people are starting to crack up.
Was this
And he's like, wait, was that the blankety blank priest? I just heard the priest. It's just knocking, and the crowd, like, it just starts to spread. It's like a couple hundred people.
That is
And they just start
twisted.
laughing and laughing. They obviously know this guy.
I think it would be fun to do this. It all sounds so morbid, but this is the subject as we head into the eve of the All Saints.
That's right.
How like pre-recording your funeral, the parts that you would like, I would like to bequeath this to so-and-so. I would like to tell so-and-so, I really appreciated you. I hope, I probably didn't tell you enough. And like, if you went to someone's funeral and you were addressed, it's like, Mark, you were the best friend a guy could have. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to like, hey, let's sing another round of Amazing Grace, which is a nice thing and comforting, but having a video.
And to Skinny, my best friend and podcast co-host, I leave my boxing possum in a sweater vest.
Would that be amazing? That'd be so amazing. So
maybe you get to watch it, but you don't get to speak at it.
No, but just the enjoyment. I don't care. It doesn't matter now if people. You just do it because you enjoy it.
Yeah,
and you'd think it would be funny.
Totally.
And so you're like, when I die, they'll get one more kick out of this.
100%.
Yeah, and that would be fun.
I wouldn't be caught dead at my funeral.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, what do you think?
Well, where are we at in the festivities of things? Should we start getting into some origins here?
Let's. Are we prematurely getting into the origins?
It's never happened before, but there we go. Let's do it.
I said some words. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Those words came from another mind. Origins.
Boom. All right. That little song tells us that it's time for the dirty and the nerdy.
Where does
origins.
this little gem come from?
So, as are so many, there is a possible nautical origin.
No, again?
Which I know
Not
comes
again.
up- nautical again.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So the ever popular nautical origin should come and probably should go first because it seems like the least likely.
Okay.
So
I'm going to assess these along the way.
okay. So this is from a memoir of Captain W.T. Bate, R.N., 1859, and it says, within a few cables of her lee beam was the light green water in the wind and swell setting her fast towards it. Not a moment was to be lost. Caught dead upon the weather side of the reef, the ship lay like a log upon the water, still had to be made. So here the sense of it is dead in the water.
Okay, as soon as you went nautical with that, my brain flipped to dead in the water.
Yeah.
And that's an actual phrase.
So yeah, so without forward motion,
I've
you
got
are
no motion on
unable
the stick.
to do
I
anything.
can't steer. You're dead in the water. You're
And
dead.
but while
I wouldn't be caught dead.
see,
Yeah, there's enough there. I could possibly buy that.
so it deserves mention, but
It does.
It's probably not. It's not the thing.
You got me again.
There is a plausible theory that wouldn't be caught dead, fill in the blank, is development from the dead or alive expression.
Like Bon Jovi.
So from Bon Jovi. It started from Bon Jovi.
Perfect.
No, like the wanted signs, dead or alive, wanted, dead or alive.
Well, he was wanted dead or alive.
yeah.
He was a
Wanted!
he was a cowboy riding on a steel horse.
Yeah, brand new album. Did I say this last time? I think I did. I was so excited. And I'm not even a Bon Jovi fan. I just like people who hang in there that long. He had a brand new album last week.
When your name's Good Happy, you just want to follow it, right?
Bon Jovi. Wow. I've never even thought about that.
Just made that up.
It is though, isn't it?
Kind of.
Huh.
So he's riding on a steel horse, dead or alive, wanted.
Anyway, it could come from that. Like I won't be caught dead. Or it could have been a longer phrase. I won't be caught because you're wanted dead or alive. You're a convict on the run. You're a criminal avoiding the law. Back in the day, a wanted poster, wanted dead or alive.
Wouldn't be caught dead.
I wouldn't be caught dead or alive. I wouldn't be caught dead. It could have come from that expression.
The other one back on water, when a submerged log is referred to as a deadhead.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so it's the just something lying underneath the water that if you come screaming by on your boat could do you in. Yeah, it's a deadhead.
And so is a Grateful Dead fan. It's also a deadhead.
Huh. Interesting. So many tidbits.
The Oxford English Dictionary. This idiom is attested from 1924, potentially as early as 1924, somewhere between that and 1966. So early 1900s anyway. And this is their phrasing. It's in brackets, trying to give every example of how this is said. I wouldn't be seen, in brackets, or found dead in with. I shall have nothing to do with something or someone, meaning hate or detest. It's the definition, but it does give credit to as potentially as early as 1924 without any reference. So
being caught dead does have, I do like your Western themed one.
yeah, that's why I wore the hat.
Makes sense now.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
Because all those wanted poster signs back in that old-timey saloon situation is dead or alive.
Yeah, but I feel like those hardcore cowboys who are actually wanted, they would probably be more likely to say, well, if they do catch me, I'll be dead.
Right, that's the only way you're going to catch me.
Yeah, so I don't know. Unless the next cowboy's like, I won't be caught dead. Like they're outdoing each other in... Anyway, it's possible.
Where do you go after that? Like
I wouldn't be caught.
She just dead or alive. Just I wouldn't be caught dead. So that starts to it starts to lose it's going the wrong direction. I wouldn't be caught alive means like I'd sooner take myself than be caught alive.
Or it's a little more broader than that. I wouldn't be caught dead, meaning I'll be so far ahead of them they won't even catch me if I'm dead and not moving. I wouldn't be caught dead. I'm so far ahead of these.
So you're not even catch me dead or alive. You're not even catch me dead.
Right.
So then it's just like an extra tongue-in-cheek smack in the face.
Yeah.
You suck so badly that you couldn't catch me even though I was dead.
Right.
Okay.
Which is the same way we use it. Like I wouldn't be caught dead in that sweater vest. It's the same thing. It's one more jab.
Don't be a hater on the sweater vest.
No, it looks good on you.
Yeah, that's right.
You could be caught dead in it.
Well, I guess if I had the
Depends on where you go wearing that, you could be found dead.
If I had the big jammer right now.
Those are fake buttons. Does that even unbutton?
Watch this. I'm just gonna flex my chest here. Oh, I think I put out a rip.
Okay, what else do we got here? So there is evidence that it was used. This funny little detail was in use at least 32 years prior to 1900.
As in 1878
I know. Why not just say that?
or 68 or?
But there are some variations that could. It's tricky. So have you heard the expression "caught dead to rights"? Mm-hmm. So that's part of it too. Like there's this confused origin story of like, are these two completely different things? Caught dead to rights. I wouldn't be caught dead. Like, are they completely different tracks? And it's actually hard to figure out.
If you were to say it and slur it fast enough, you could say that they're the same thing.
Well, and we're going to get into that.
Did he say caught dead to rights? Or did he say caught dead or alive?
Huh.
I don't know. Was there another one? I'm liking them less.
Yeah, they get worse.
I'm back to nautical. Nautical or cowboy are my
favorite.
favorites.
The Dead or Alive was pretty strong. Until we get into some of the actual press clippings. So this is the Memphis Daily Appeal in September 1868. Now, bear in mind, some of this might be offensive to today, but these are old newspaper clippings. There's not one line that does not contain a bold, unblushing lie. Altogether, it is a document with no decent printer would be found dead with it in his pocket. It's pretty straight ahead. That's 1868. So that's a 32 years right there, right? The Evening Star, which is Washington, D.C., 1870. One of our party expressed himself audibly to this effect and capped it with an emphatic declaration that no one with any regard for himself would be found dead south of the city or Washington. So one thing that's we see in all these older ones is it's not caught dead, it's found dead. And those wanted signs, it's more about being caught. So it kind of gets away from that. And everybody else who would... this is the New Daily Appeal, Carson City. And everybody else who would not be found dead under a light hiding bushel is invited to present in duly specified form. It's good, great Old English. Not old English, but... so here's some early quotes using caught dead. Zephyr scarfs, and they wouldn't... I can't read this. And zephyr scarfs... I'm reading partial sentences here, that they wouldn't wear for the world, and smoking caps that they wouldn't be caught dead in. So this is about fashion, like not sweater vests necessarily, but they probably were smarter back then. What I found interesting, yeah, that was another Jeff. So that's 1872. This is the interesting part. Explain this. This is from a newspaper in Lexington, Lafayette County, Missouri, called The Weekly Caucasian. That can only mean what it sounds like, right?
I think
this
so.
is for white people.
Oh, I didn't even hear it that way, but sure, that way you say it, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. The next one, this is Canadian, from Ottawa.
That's just poor planning. You want everyone reading your paper.
Well, you could say that about any business where they didn't allow black people to be.
That's just
It's not good.
that
You
doesn't
want
make good
everyone's
fiscal
money.
sense, nor just morally.
1874 in the Ottawa Free Trader. This shows that Seneca has some respect for itself. Its citizens do not want us to be caught dead in that vicinity. And let's do... we got time. Here's the Alexandria Gazette. This is also DC. He would ask for no other position, but this was a position that a white man ought not to be caught dead with. I don't know the reference of that quote, but we're in that era where we're talking white and black, and happens to be where our phrases are coming from. And lastly, this is the autobiography of Joseph Jefferson. After we had passed, I turned to look back and found that he had done the same. This one's interesting. After we had passed, I turned to look back and found that he had done the same. We were both caught dead. There was no disguising it, so we approached each other. This one, we were both caught dead, is a shortened version, but the same meaning as caught dead to rights. So it's like, I've never heard caught dead to rights shortened.
Caught dead.
We were both caught dead. So, anyway,
There's something
no
there.
clear cut, but late 1800s. The only for sure thing that everyone agrees on is that it is distinctly Americanism.
Okay, so it doesn't have any European origin. No. Shakespeare made this.
Nope,
it's in the Bible.
No, it's
Well, that's
late
nice.
1800s, early 1900s.
Sure, I like
Cowboy
it.
Americans, which actually gives credence to the wanted dead or alive thing still.
That gets my win. That
Yeah.
gets my win. That makes the most sense out of all the things and nonsense I've heard over the last 5 minutes.
But like if you said, "Hey, you can borrow my sweater vest,"
I would never say it.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
It's a thing of beauty.
it is.
You're a hater.
It's perfect for today.
Well, you wouldn't be caught dead because I wouldn't lend it to you. That's how I know that. Well, as we kind of head ourselves into the final stretches of things here, we should talk about doing some riddlings.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Let's send them home with some love.
Well, then, in that case, oh yeah. Riddling is a game that we like to play that takes two-part trivia-based question and requires, nay, demands, a two-part but overlapping answer, overlapping by syllable or sound or word or even words. So, for example, last week, our idiom was third time's a charm. And we left you with this riddling. In 1993, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls had a nickname for this third straight championship win with Inspector Clouseau. Did you figure that one out?
No.
So they came up with this saying, the three-peat. For third championship win was a three-peat.
Okay.
And Inspector Clouseau?
All I can think of, Peter Sellers.
Three Peter Sellers.
I was stuck on Pink. I'm like, he's messed this up.
Pink Panther.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, so the correct answer would be three Peter Sellers, and that's how you play riddling.
All right, well, let's jump in here. I got a little piece of love to get things going. There is no possible way I could ever teach English as Robin Williams.
There's no possible way it's Robin Williams. No possible way I could teach English?
There's no possible way I would ever teach English as Robin Williams.
I wouldn't be caught. Teach English part is messing with me. Oh, because he's an English teacher. I wouldn't be caught dead Poet Society.
That's it.
Oh, struggle.
Woo!
Okay, let me give you one. You
Dead
ready?
Poet Society. Yeah. Fire it up.
I'm going with the whole dead theme here.
All right.
Not the idiom so much. This common name for the Walking Dead could be scared away by this poltergeist played by Michael Keaton?
Zombeetlejuice.
That's it.
Very
Nicely
nice.
done. That was quick.
Say it 3 times. All right, I got another one here for you here. Use me to stick things to cork boards. Like stuffed dead animals.
What? Thumb taxidermy?
Yes.
Wow. Wow, you better have been playing quick to keep up with us today, man.
Well, if you got some love on this final one to all of our village-legitimate children, make sure you reach out to us on Instagram at the.village.idiom or on email, thevillageidiumpodcast@gmail.com, or whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at 3 Minutes Gone.
And before we give you this last one, let me also remind you, if you would like to send us a little note or anything, we want to remind you of our sponsor, HelloFresh. We'll try and send you a free trial. All right, here's this week's idiom. Don't answer, Skinny. Say the full tongue twister about a groundhog who used this idiom to say he'll never be seen doing it. Did you catch that?
No, tell me one more time real quick.
All right, say the full tongue twister about a groundhog who used this idiom to say he'll never be seen doing it.
Man, and that is 3 minutes gone.
On the nose.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's tight. Knew we were getting close. Trying to change up the viewing.
All right, so that's how you play Riddle Link. Thanks for playing along, everybody. Send in your answers to all those places we said. We love hearing from you. And, we don't say this very often, but do us a favor. Help us out. Like, share the podcast. Like, send it to people. We get nothing but positive reviews from you guys, but
make sure you subscribe on the YouTubes or in your Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts land. Really lets us know that we're doing something. We're getting somewhere with it. So,
ready?
It's a good thing.
In Chicago.
What? We wouldn't be caught dead in Chicago.
There you go. There's a little one for you.
There you go. A little something nice to send you home. Well, it's been fun putting today together.
Caught dead in Chicago.
I'm Skinny.
You're just trying to wrap it up so quick.
You want to keep?
I want to linger.
You want to linger?
I wouldn't be caught dead ending this show early.
Oh, fair enough. Let's just stretch it out then. For
it's fine. I got no more material. Just
really?
Go.
I'm still Skinny.
And I am Jurassic, never gonna die anyway. Mark.
And these are the Village Idioms.
Oh man, it started over.
Wouldn't be caught dead, man.
Try this.
The last 3 minutes gone.